chin situation. Okay. What happened was he got to, because young guys sometimes, when they are in a difficult position, need a reason why it didn't go the way they wanted it. So he said, oh, I got hit in the chin. Okay, it happens. Well, every time it got tough, he would start grabbing his chin. So finally, I couldn't take it anymore. And I told him, I said, I swear to God, I see you grab your chin one time for the rest of the season, you owe me 100 push-ups. I swear to God. I don't care if your whole jaw falls off. But that's not the good Andrew Bunda story. Let me tell you the good Andrew Bunda story. I absolutely love this kid. I mean, he helps me to understand more and more about the sport every day. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Because it's guys like him that make guys like me who, I'll put it like this. When I was in school, it took me till I was in junior high school to be as good as he is right now. That's the truth. That's the truth. He started out the season slow, and then all of a sudden just went on a tear and started beating people. And it is so rare for a freshman to accomplish what he's accomplished. Let me tell you a little bit about what he's done so far. He led the team in pins. He also had over 30 wins. That is unheard of for a freshman who's never wrestled before. That is unheard of. But he did it. But here's the real story, and I'll share it with you now. I knew that we were going to have to get a 3-pounder, because I knew Cameron wasn't going to be able to make it all year long. Okay? So, last year when he was in the 8th grade, I seen him up in the track, and he was stretching and stuff, and I said, oh, that kid's kind of husky. Let me go talk to this kid, see if I can't get him a wrestle. And so I talked to him. He said, I tried wrestling when I was little. I didn't like wearing the singlets. So I kept trying to convince him, and he wouldn't do it. So then football came around, and I seen him on the football field, and I said, man, I'm getting this kid. Because, Bunda's kind of hulked up, He's kind of big for a little guy, So I said, I'm getting this kid. So I asked him, I said, how much do you weigh? He said, I'm like 100 pounds. I was like, that's it. You don't have no options. You're a wrestler. And so I swear to you, sometimes I say things just goofing around. Very rarely does anybody ever call me on it. So when I told him, I said, you're coming out for wrestling. He goes, I'm not coming out. I said, hey man, I'll give you $1 to come out for wrestling. So Bunda goes right into negotiations. No, I'll come out for wrestling if you give me a t-shirt and $20. I got kids to feed. What do you... I tell you what, I'll give you a t-shirt and $5. He was like, deal. But here's what's funny. I say that stuff all the time. I always say stuff like that. I've never made good on one of those promises. As soon as the season was over, he was right on my hip. You got my shirt? So what happens is, I was like, okay, I'll make good on the deal. So I said, what do you want on your shirt? So I had his shirt made. Let me tell you the story behind the shirt. He wrestles at the Comstock tournament and takes first place. And in the finals, he had to wrestle this guy named Jesus Velasco. Okay. Now, we all know how Jesus is spelled, right? So, he said, Coach, this is what I want. I want a t-shirt that on the back says, I pinned Jesus in 1 minute 55 seconds. I did not love Andrew Bunda, everybody.